Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the question of, did the Prophet of Truth secretly conspire to have the Prophet of Mercy killed? Well, this is obviously more of a lore video. I don't usually do these, but this is a really interesting topic that I really wanted to cover. So, without further ado, let's take a look at that. So, basically, the Prophet of Truth, as we all know throughout the Halo games, he's a very conniving prophet, very sneaky. He has his own agenda very clearly, and he's always like secretly plotting to do a lot of stuff. Namely, you know, the whole Great Schism, where the whole Covenant Civil War, that was pretty much his doing entirely. He's been planning it for a while. But regarding the Prophet of Mercy, we know that the flood killed him, but there was actually something that I missed that someone pointed out in the comments on one of my recent videos, and I looked into it, and I actually was very intrigued by it. And let's take a look at the cutscene where Mercy dies. Look very closely and see if you notice anything strange about him this time.
All the Covenant rest on your shoulders, Chieftain.
My faith is strong. I will not fail.
Let him be. The great journey waits for no one, brother. Not even you.
Did you miss what happened? That's okay. I missed it too for like the past several years. The Halo 2 Anniversary has been available on MCC. So, I'm gonna replay that in super slow motion and point it out to you so that we can see exactly what happened. Because like I said, I didn't notice it before, but once I saw it, it really had me thinking. But anyway, so here is where the infection form gets past Tartarus and his brutes, and as you can see, Mercy is rapidly tapping a button on his throne, like multiple times, but nothing happens. And because nothing happens, the flood infection form jumps on him, knocks him out of his throne, and at this point pretty much almost kills him. And of course, as we know, Truth, being a total jerk, told Tartarus to leave him be. So let's talk about what just happened there. Mercy's throne, actually all the Prophet's thrones, they're equipped with a lot of stuff in them. Obviously they're like anti-gravity hover thrones to help them get around easier because the Prophets can't walk as well. They're physically very weak. But on top of all that, thrones also have like a gravity cannon on it as the weapon to push enemies away, as we saw with Regret's throne in Halo 2 on a mission Regret. And they also have really powerful shields that are pretty much impenetrable, because even with like the scarabs go on, it does nothing to Regret while his shields are up, which is kind of more of a gameplay mechanic, but either way, they're really good shields. And I'm willing to bet that the Prophet of Mercy, while he was rapidly tapping the button on his throne, he was trying to activate either the shield to protect himself or the gravity cannon to knock the flood infection form away. But for whatever reason, it did not work. So, why did it not work? Well, my theory about that is that Truth had secretly sabotaged Mercy's throne at some point and prevented him from being able to activate the shields or the weapons. Now, why would he do that, you might ask? And when would he have the chance to do that? Well, let's tackle the first question. Why would he do that? Well, according to Halo lore, and this goes like way before the events of Halo 2, probably even before the events of Halo 1, but Truth, he's a very sneaky prophet. He's always trying to plot against other people. He's trying to gain more power. He's like a power-hungry megalomaniac that wants even more power, and he has a god complex on top of that too, meaning he thinks he's a god, or at least he deserves to be one, and nobody can stop him. Nobody can get in his way of achieving his ultimate goal. So, for a long time, behind like closed doors, Truth had been plotting to take over through a lot of backroom deals with Tartarus and the Brutes. The whole Great Schism, the Covenant Civil War, that was all Truth's doing. He's been wanting to replace the elites with brutes for a long time, and the reason behind that is because the brutes, they are blindly 100% loyal compared to the elites, and they will do whatever Truth tells them to do. And Truth and Tartarus, they've been like secretly working together for a while to improve the brutes' position within the Covenant, and ultimately leading up to the brutes completely replacing the elites, especially with the honor guards. But with the brutes, in charge of everything, they will do whatever Truth tells them to do, and Tartarus pretty much answers to Truth and Truth only, at least behind the scenes. But anyways, so in order to fully to achieve his ultimate goal, the other prophets have to die, because Truth would otherwise have to share his power with them. So, starting with the Prophet of Regret, he, as we heard during the mission Regret, when we're underwater, Regret sends an apology to Truth and the other hierarchs, and he apologizes for attacking Earth too early, and without consulting them, basically. And then Truth replies by saying the only reason why he's not publicly condemning Regret is thanks to mercy, and that's it. So, according to Cortana, it sounds like by killing Regret, Master Chief would be doing Truth a favor, which is in fact very true. And while Master Chief was after Regret, even though he sent in a bunch of phantoms to stop Master Chief from killing Regret, according to the Shipmaster, when he was talking to the Prophet of Truth later, he mentioned that if Truth had not withdrawn the phantoms, they could have probably stopped Master Chief. Now, if you think about that, that means that Truth withdrew the phantoms before the Prophet of Regret was killed, meaning that they probably could have, he was pretty confident that they could have stopped Master Chief. But Truth saw that as an opportunity, and he secretly withdrew the phantoms for some reason, some excuse, knowing that it would probably get Regret killed, which would help further serve his purpose. So he basically, that's why he told them to draw the phantoms, knowing Chief would probably get to Regret. And later, even if Regret had not actually died, he ordered the place glassed. So if Regret was somehow still alive, or barely still alive for whatever reason, then that would finish him off and erase any evidence of what he's done. But like I said, Truth has to kill the other prophets, but he can't kill them outright, because obviously, if he just kills them in public, then that's not going to go well for him politically, and he'll lose a lot of followers and probably be assassinated or something. So he has to make it seem like they all died by accident, quote unquote. So that's what happened with Truth. Now with Mercy, I used to think in the classic cutscenes, Mercy doesn't really do anything. He just sits there, and then the infection form jumps on him, knocks him off his throne, and kills him. So back then, obviously I didn't think anything of it. But with the new anniversary cutscenes, with that extra scene where he's rapidly tapping the button on his throne, it really seems sinister that something else happened. It really suggests that something was wrong with his throne, because it should have activated. It should have done something, but it didn't. And why not? Well, that's why I think that his throne was sabotaged by Truth, because there's no way Truth would have been able to kill Mercy, outright. Like I said, he would have had to find some way to get rid of Mercy without him directly doing it. So he could have secretly sabotaged Mercy's throne at some point, and because Mercy is Truth's greatest supporter, he agrees with everything Truth says, and they're pretty much like bestest buddies. He would have allowed Truth to do anything. Like if Truth asked, could I borrow your throne, take it for a joyride or something, Mercy probably would have been like, yeah, sure, go ahead, take it. Just make sure to fill the tank when you get back. And at that point, for whatever reason, when Truth asked for access to Mercy's throne, that's when he could have sabotaged Mercy's throne. And Mercy probably never noticed, because I don't think he's in combat very much, or at all, for a long time. So he probably never checked his throne systems. He never would have had any reason to, because like I said, he hasn't been in combat. So he had no reason to turn on the shields or weapons for a test. And therefore, his throne could have been sabotaged for days, weeks, months, maybe even years. So therefore, you know, Truth probably could have easily sabotaged at any time, and he did so hoping that one day Mercy would accidentally die. Because like I said, he can't outright kill Mercy, so he has to make it seem like it was an accident. And, you know, with the Flood infection forms attacking, obviously when he told Tartarus to let Mercy die, that was him taking advantage of the situation. But that's it. I don't think it was just an opportune moment. Just that. It was just a coincidence that the Flood infection forms came there and it killed Mercy. And that Truth just was like, oh, perfect, let me take advantage of this situation. No, I think he sabotaged the throne and pretty much enabled the situation to come up. Not necessarily with the Flood killing Mercy, but some situation where Mercy gets caught in battle and a lot of enemies attack and kill him because his throne is malfunctioning. So that is why I believe Truth conspired to kill Mercy, because he is really a very sneaky person and always has these secret plans and plots behind the scenes to gain power and eventually become a god, which, as we see in Halo 3 on the mission to Covenant at the very end, he says, you know, before he dies, he says he's the voice of the Covenant and that he will become a god. And of course after that, that's when Arbiter stabs him with a sword. But yeah, that pretty much all but confirms that Truth. It is not surprising at all. We all pretty much know that Truth is power hungry and pretty much crazy, but it seems like he's power hungry enough to the point where he doesn't just take advantage of an opportunity and let the prophets die, but that he knowingly and actively creates situations where the other prophets would likely get killed, leading to his ascension to the sole leadership of the Covenant. But yeah, so that's basically all I have to say on the subject. If there's anything else you guys want to, you know, chip in or chime in, just let me know in the comments. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this theory and what you think, if there's any other pieces of evidence or not. But other than that, like I said, I don't really do these kind of lore videos very often, or these theory videos, but if there's, if you guys want to see more and there's anything I need to check out specifically or look into, just let me know in the comments as well, and you know, I can take a crack at it and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so other than that, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like as always, and you know, if you want to see more or there's something else you want to check out in Halo or any other game, just let me know and I'll do my best to look into it. And other than that, if you haven't already, do make sure to subscribe, because we got a lot of other cool videos coming out soon. And also make sure to join our Discord and follow us on Twitter if you want. We post a lot of updates there too, and regularly talk to other people as well. So, you know, looking forward to seeing you guys drop by. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.